AKB here with you. Time for After the Facts for UFC 264, where Dustin Poirier went up 2-1 over Conor McGregor in the main event. Hopefully Conor does heal up quickly. That was a really nasty injury, so you never want to see that with anybody, so hopefully he heals up quickly. So a lot of numbers tonight. I got to put my glasses on, a bunch of stuff to read. So here we go. So the gate was 15,759,800. The attendance was 20,062. It definitely was fun to have a crowd in attendance again after Phoenix and now T-Mobile, so that was definitely really cool. Fight of the night, no surprise, Sean O'Malley and Kris Moutinho. That was incredible. You know, I don't know how either of those guys kept going. That really was an incredible fight. Performances going to Tuivasa for his knockout of Greg Hardy and Dricus du Plessis for his win over Trevin Giles. So Dustin Poirier now on the board with a bunch of stuff, so I can kind of hold that up a little. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm tired, folks. Poirier is now the 6th fighter in UFC history to connect with 1,500 significant strikes. He's at 1,527 to be exact. He is joining Max Holloway, who I saw this weekend. Love to see Maxie, baby. Donald Cerrone, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Frankie Edgar, and Michael Bisping as the 6 fighters with 1,500 or more significant strikes. He's also the 8th fighter in UFC history to get 20 wins and inside the octagon, and his 8 knockouts or TKOs in the lightweight division are the most in lightweight history, passing Melvin Gillard and Edson Barboza. Okay, so also now let's move on to Sean O'Malley. Not only did he get fight of the night, but he also officially connected with 230 significant strikes. It's the most ever landed in a single bantamweight fight, and the second most ever landed in a 3-round fight. So the most landed in a single bantamweight fight, the old record was 194 from Jan and Aldo. He blew past that with 230. So, but the most... the record for most ever in a single round, though, does still belong to Nate Diaz for 238 versus Donald Cerrone. So that's just the most, you know, ever. Boom. Okay. So Sean O'Malley also had the largest significant strike differential ever in a bantamweight fight, so he went plus 160. He had 230 strikes to only 70 for Kris, so that's the plus 160 strike differential. That's what that means. So the old record was a plus 118 differential. That was for Vaughn Lee over Nam Phan. So O'Malley's plus 160 is also the 3rd largest single fight differential in UFC history. Congrats to him on that. And now this one gets a little bit interesting. O'Malley's strike totals in each round were huge. So the 5 highest counts of significant strikes landed by a bantamweight in a single round are 83, 77, 75, 70, and 64. That's how many strikes were landed. So O'Malley now owns 3 of those rounds. So he landed the most, 83 in round 3 last night. He landed 77 in round 1. Then the record for 75 goes to Luke Sanders against Yuri Alcantara. Then O'Malley's back on the board with 70 in round 2 and 64 strikes for Aljamain Sterling against Pedro Munoz. So yeah, that's incredible for Sugar Sean. So good for him on that. And also tied now for the 4th most knockouts in UFC bantamweight history with 4 knockouts or TKOs. So congrats to him on that. And then lastly on the board is Brad Tavares. 14 wins in the middleweight division, tying Anderson Silva, and second only to Michael Bisping. So there you have it. That's After the Facts for UFC 264. I do these after all the UFC events. I'll be back at work next weekend, so I'll see you then.